Welcome to the second guided notes on the circulatory system. Today we'll be completing the back of the circulatory system guided notes. They look like this. If you haven't already gotten them out, please pause this video and do so now. This one. The blood can easily be separated into four major parts. 44% of your blood by volume is red blood cells. Red blood cells contain a special iron-containing protein, hemoglobin, to chemically bind and transport oxygen. Red blood cells are one of the only types of cells in the human body that don't have a nucleus. There are roughly 2 million red blood cells that die every second, and another 2 million new red blood cells are produced in the bone marrow every second. White blood cells are the disease-fighting cells of the human body. Made by bone marrow, they travel through the circulatory system and respond to chemical signs of infection and inflammation. In total, there are 5 different types of white blood cells that utilize different mechanisms and purposes for keeping you healthy. Platelets float around the blood looking for signs of damage to the blood vessels. When platelets find damage, they attach themselves to the edges of the damage and release a chemical signal, which causes a serum protein, a soluble protein in the plasma, to precipitate and bind at the site of the damage. This forms a net of proteins across the damaged vessel, which attracts and captures more platelets, forming a clot and sealing the damaged area to keep the blood in the vessel. Platelets and white blood cells combined make up about 1% of blood by volume. Plasma, 55% of blood by volume, is roughly 91% water. 7% of plasma is made of serum proteins, including the proteins that form blood clots. 2% of blood by volume is made of other dissolved solids, such as nutrients, waste products, and salts. Here is a visualization of the breakdown of blood components, similar to the one in your notes. The lymphatic system, a subsystem of the circulatory system, is responsible for bringing fluids back to the blood. In the capillary, the plasma will leave the vessel and transport the dissolved nutrients to the body cells. The name changes from plasma to lymph. White blood cells, the disease-fighting cells, can squeeze out of the capillaries and travel with the lymph. Lymph nodes filter the lymph, trapping bacteria and white blood cells together. After filtering by the lymph nodes, the lymph is returned to blood in the veins, where it will repeat the plasma-lymph cycle again. This concludes the guided notes on the circulatory system. We'll see you in class.